Hey YouTube, what's up? So I wanted to come at you guys with a quick update of the tank. Definitely not a good update. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. First off, I lost a lot of fish. A lot of fish. I brought in actually I bought a tank bred neon goby. Brought it in, acclimated it to the tank. It disappeared actually and was gone for like 2 weeks. I assumed he was dead. And after 2 weeks showed back up and was really, really scrawny. And I kept feeding the tank, and he was he was eating regularly, but he just was not gaining any weight at all. He died, unfortunately. Then my Lutetilantheus came down with the same sort of symptoms and died. My square spot Antheus came out with the same symptoms, died. Then my starry blenny came out down with the same sort of stuff, died, and then same with my little cherub angel. So I lost, what was that, 5 fish, I guess? And another neon goby, actually, but I replaced the neon goby and it came down with the same thing. I guess it was some sort of outbreak of an internal parasite of some kind in my tank, and it was not, I can tell you guys right now, it was not a fun thing to do, to watch. My starry blenny was my favorite fish, and he was over here, and I was trying to kind of help him out, and he just couldn't keep his balance while swimming, and he was trying to kind of hobble along the sand bed trying to hide from the other fish. Pretty sad to see, very, very sad to watch actually. So yeah, I lost, I guess 2 neon gobies, 2 Antheus, blenny, and a dwarf angel, so that's 6 fish right there that I lost to that internal parasite. Then of course you guys know my pair of black clowns, Condi and Rose, were actually killed by these Mo and Flo, my orange pair of clowns. And it was very weird. It was, the whole layout of this tank has changed quite a bit, and I'll get to that, but originally this, which is closed up right now, but this LPS cup coral was right here, and my black clowns were, they'd always hang around that sort of, this coral, and they didn't really host it, but they would just sort of hang out in that area. And all of a sudden, one day I was noticing, I was like, okay, it's weird how my clowns were being extra friendly with each other. They were kind of swimming near each other more than traditionally more than they normally would. And so I thought, okay, that's funny, that's good to see though. And exactly the next day, these orange clowns started relentlessly beating the crap out of these poor black clowns, especially the female. They were not letting up at all. I was in there trying to kind of separate them off. I was changing up the aquascape a little bit to try to I don't know, I was putting in my big net, I was kind of trying to scare them off that way, and these guys, they weren't even, they were only slightly intimidated by the net, and, it was very upsetting to watch. They were constantly, and the little male clown, Condi, was going back and forth, and they would, he was, being a real strong fighter, and he just couldn't handle it in the end. I found the female clown on the sand bed dead one morning, and the male clown was still alive, and then the next day, the male clown just disappeared, and I haven't found him. That was about 3 or 4 days ago. So, yeah, these are my only clowns in here now for the time being. So yeah, that goes to show you. I took a risk, and I ultimately ended up paying for it. I had a lot of people telling me. I asked people on YouTube, on forums, Reef Central, 3reef.com or whatever, and at the local fish store, YouTube. And a lot of people were telling me no, it's almost impossible. There's a chance it'll work out, but most likely they're going to end up fighting, and one pair is going to end up dying, or both pairs are going to end up dying of injuries. And yeah, it turns out I did end up losing these black clowns, which I was, they were kind of, black clowns were always one of those fish that I wanted to buy small and kind of grow them up to that full growth, full size, because they look so much different when they're full grown. There's that pitch black, that deep black with the white stripes and everything. They're such beautiful fish. So it's been a real hard couple weeks for me with all the fish loss. 8 fish gone. Cherub angel, neon gobies, starry blenny, leertail, and square spot antheus, and then the black clowns. So it's not been too good for me over here. However, the nitrates in the tank were fairly high. And now there's 0, so that's great to see. I added about, I'd say probably 12, 13 pounds of very good quality live rock, and I made this sort of, here you can see, this is full tank shot. I think it looks very nice. It took me a couple tries to get it to where I liked it. The only issue here, I like this opening here where they can swim through, but I really don't like how close this rock is to the glass. I'm afraid, first of all, the fish can't get in there too well, get in between there too well. But also, if the rock were to topple over, it could scrape up the glass or something. But yeah, so I added the rock, which is good. The nitrates are all good. The phosphates in the tank are 0.5, so nothing to worry about at all. The alkalinity was actually, I believe, it was very low. I tested it was about 8, I believe, and it's usually supposed to be around 13 from what I hear. And what I didn't realize was, you learn something new every single day in this hobby. And what I didn't realize was that alkalinity does not only play a part as far as coral health, but fish health as well. If the alkalinity in the tank is too low or too high, I mean, you can really do a number on their immune system, which is, I believe, which was part of the reason I lost so many fish. Aside from the fact that I had that internal parasite, they just didn't have much of an immune system, I guess, to fight it off. So right now, the only remaining fish would be Teddy, the pajama cardinal here. He's doing great. I've had him for a while now. The orange clowns, Mo and Flo, of course, had them for almost 3 years now. And Floyd, the Tamini Tang, right here, doing great. Gargle, the Royal Grandma, there he is right there. And he's huge. I mean, the largest Royal Grandma easily I've ever seen. And also the boldest as well. He's definitely not afraid of me at all. It looks to me like he has some like specks of ick on him. I mean, so I don't know. I've had him for around like 2.5 years now, and every once in a while he'll get a few specks of ick on him, and it's really nothing usually comes from it as long as I keep feeding him, healthy immune system enriching foods. He usually does not suffer any consequences from that. Anyways, yeah, I have Dexter the Melnaris wrasse, who I've yet to get rid of. I've just been really, really busy lately. And yeah, I think that's just about it. Oh, today I added a blue gudgeon dartfish, who's doing very well from what I've seen. I added him and he went directly into the sand bed. And the reason I bought him was he was feeding at the fish store. All the results for my tests came out looking good. And he was a lot less skittish than you normally see with these dartfish. And I only bought the one. They only had the one, but I'll probably end up buying probably two more in the near future if I can find them at the local fish store again, or if I order them online from Live Aquaria. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling now, but I just really wanted to show you guys, everybody makes mistakes in this hobby. I'm not going to come here and pretend like, oh, I don't make mistakes. I definitely do, clearly. I mean, I lost 8 fish. It's not, I look at it, it's never fun to watch fish die. It's always very sad. Makes you feel guilty, like you could have done something. Not to mention the fact that saltwater fish aren't cheap, aren't exactly cheap. I lost maybe $200, $150 worth of fish. I haven't done the math yet, but so it's a good amount, especially for someone my age who's trying to save up for a car and has like a lot of other things going on in his life, and is also trying to upgrade his tank. Speaking of which, I will be making a video talking thoroughly about my upgrade to the 90-gallon. I know I've made a couple videos like that, but I really I've pretty much become set on what I'm going to be doing with it for sure. And I want to talk about that, so that'll probably be in my next video. All the corals are doing really well. The frog spawn over here is shrinking a little bit because these clowns are trying to host it, which means I'll probably have to get an enemy pretty soon to kind of give this guy a break. These zoas, the green zoas, are doing really well. They're kind of more blue to me, but they're called green zoas. The little softy colt coral, I believe it is. The green star polyps right here. The watermelon zoas, doing all well. Here's the not open brain coral. I don't remember the exact name of it. The brain coral right here. Cup coral is doing well. The 2 galaxias here, the large one and the frag right there. The purple mushroom and small red mushroom right there. And this massive large mushroom, red mushroom down here. Brightest one I've ever seen, actually. I believe I bought them for $5-10, so I believe that to be a really, really good deal. And yeah, this video is definitely taking a lot longer than I meant for it to, but it's, I wanted to come out and tell you guys, I really do. Anyways, I'll talk about this in the next video, but thanks guys for watching. Bye.